Hi Leo, welcome to March. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to tell you we have a new moon in Pisces on March 2nd. And then on March 7th, Venus and Mars moves into Aquarius, into your 7th house. And then on March 18th, we have a full moon in Virgo. And on the 20th, the sun moves into Aries, which is for the spring equinox, or the equinox, depending on where you live. And that's favorable to your sign too. We have a new astrological year. So before we get into the astrology, let's find out what the cards have to say for Leo in terms of love and relationships. So what does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of March 2022? What is coming up for Leo for March 2022? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for March 2022? The Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Fool, the High Priestess, the Death card, the Two of Swords, Page of Wands, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. So this is good. All right, so let's see. So you're definitely moving away from difficulty and sorrow, or anything that's difficult, actually. The Six of Swords is a movement away from troubles, movement toward greater harmony, movement toward a better situation, possibly even a brand new cycle coming in of energy, because I'm seeing the Fool card here. Crossed by the Seven of Pentacles, so you're planting seeds in March, and you're not sure what's going to happen. You're just ready for change. The Seven of Pentacles is like, wait, let's see how things work out. Let's see where things are going. I don't know. In the past, you have the Strength card and the Eight of Swords. So you might have felt stuck in a situation or trapped. The Eight of Swords is a feeling of, I'm stuck here. I can't move out. My hands are tied. I can't, I'm in a prison in a sense. I feel trapped. I feel stuck. And the Strength card is also a card of learning how to tame the beast within. So you might have had issues around anger that need to be healed, or some psychological issues, because the Strength card can also represent the need for counseling to help to not go to extremes of emotion. So if in the past you were, you could have been dealing with someone that does this, or it could have been energy within you. It could either be you or your partner. But someone with the Strength card is about learning how to self-control, learning how to not go to extremes of emotion, not see things in black and white, or not, get your needs. Like sometimes the Strength card can mean the only way I can get my needs met is if I roar like a lion, or if I make a big fuss or get angry. It's teaching you that you can get your needs met by using a calmer approach. And sometimes it can come up when people can use some counseling to help them deal with their emotions or deal with their anger, so that you can release it in a healthy way instead of going over the top with it. I feel like if you were feeling restricted or stuck, that energy is passing. So if you're stuck in a relationship that wasn't working, maybe you're going to find a way to move away from it. You're moving out of a toxic situation. If in any situation where you feel trapped, I feel like there's a new beginning on the horizon, because you have the Page of Cups here and the Fool. Fool represents a brand new beginning, a new cycle coming in. And with the Page of Cups, pages represent messages. So I feel like someone is wanting to tell you how they feel. Sometimes pages can be the early stages of a relationship. So if you're not in a relationship at all. It could mean the beginning of a new relationship coming in. Someone's wanting to show their interest. Someone's wanting to tell you how they feel. Pages can sometimes represent children. So you could have a new cycle because of, a child coming into your life. But the Page of Cups energy is someone very sensitive, very artistic, creative. Someone who has tender feelings and wants to share that and want to tell you how they feel. So it could be a child, it could be a new beginning in a relationship, a new love coming in, where someone's wanting to share tender feelings, let you know how they feel about you. The Fool is a brand new cycle, so it's putting you in a new environment. You could be, some of you might even be moving to a new location. Brand new cycle, and it could be a little scary for you, because you're like, well, I don't know, I've never been there before, and it's like, I feel like something is ending, a way of life is ending, or something is ending and a new cycle is coming in. You have the High Priestess here in your negative thinking, so you're going to have to tap into your intuition. The High Priestess is things that are hidden, it's like taking time out to meditate, taking time out to think and hear that inner voice. But don't be afraid of it, or don't be negative about it. Like, it could be that you're getting intuitive flashes about the direction you need to go in a relationship. So whether it's having a new beginning in an existing relationship, because you're working, you're working together and you're trying to make things better, or it could be that, you're just moving away from something that wasn't working, and now you have these new opportunities coming in. I feel that with the Death card, the Death is in your environment. So there could be, there could have been an ending in a relationship, or where, you took a relationship as far as it'll go. Like, this could be your partner's feelings, too. A partner might be feeling a sense of loss, or a sense of, it's the end of a cycle, and they might be mourning the death of a relationship. One or both of you might be mourning the ending of something. Because the Death card is about clearing things out, clearing out the past, releasing the past, so that you can make room for the new. So if you've been dwelling on the past a lot, past relationships, maybe it's time to just say, you know what? I have to stop holding on to this past memory or this past relationship. I have to realize that cycle, that part of my life is over, and I need to move on. I need to make room for the new. You have the Two of Swords here, so there could be a decision that needs to be made. There could be, some of you might be separated from someone with the Two of Swords, where there's like a stalemate. Each person is waiting for the other person to make the first move, to contact, to let them, so if you're interested in someone, you may be waiting for them to show you a sign that they are interested too. Or if you've broken up, or if you've had a falling out with someone, maybe you're waiting for them to break the ice and contact you. Because I'm seeing these two pages here. You really want to talk to that person, they really want to talk to you, but neither one wants to make the first move. And you both want a new beginning. I feel like you both want a new beginning. So for some of you, you could be, I feel like it could either be, if you're not in a relationship, there's definitely a new cycle coming in. Someone is going to approach you. You're going to be hearing good news. But you have to drop your guard. You have to show some interest. So it could be that someone's interested in you, but you're you're not showing any interest. So they're thinking, well, I don't even know if this person is interested. Maybe, I don't know. So they might be a little bit afraid to make that move, especially if it's this Page of Cups, because they're kind of sensitive and they have a fear of rejection. So if you're interested, show it. Drop your guard. Maybe, meet them halfway. And if this is a relationship where there's distance between you and you've had some kind of falling out, you need to come together and really sit and talk and lay your cards on the table. Tell each other how you feel. If you care about someone, you need to tell them. If they care about you, they might want to tell you. And so that way you could have a new start with this Fool. You could turn the page and say, you know what? Let's forget the past. Let's have a new beginning, and we're relating to each other in a new way. Because you have the Four of Wands here. This is a card of victory, stability, success, marriage possibly. Sometimes it could even lead to marriage. So for some of you, if you're meeting someone new, this could be a significant relationship that it brings a new hope and new energy into your life. That it could lead to greater stability and marriage. If it's an old relationship where you're reconnecting, again, you could have a new start if you're willing to be vulnerable with each other and drop your guard. Say, sit down and have a conversation. Like, this is what I expect. This is what I need in a relationship. This is how I feel. It could lead to it could also lead to a recommitment or a new cycle for the relationship where you have more stability. This Eight of Swords could be fear of speaking up, fear of communicating your love, telling someone how you feel. Maybe you want to tell someone, but you're afraid, or you're wanting to reach out, but you have a fear about it, or you can't for some reason. But that's all fading. That energy of the Eight of Swords, like the negative energy. I mean, it's not really negative, but whatever's been blocking you, whatever's been restricting you, and a lot of times the Eight of Swords, it's just fear that's holding you back. You're going to overcome that, and you might be. If you don't reach out, that other person might reach out, and you could have a new beginning. If you felt trapped in a relationship and you decided to walk away completely and now you're not with anybody, there is potential new romance coming on the horizon. But you have to clear out the past. You have to bless it, release it, maybe do some counseling, especially if this is a card that comes up a lot when relationships need some kind of counseling, or one of the parties needs to can use some counseling to help them deal with their emotions. But it will lead to a positive outcome. So it's worth it. If you're having any kind of anger issues, it's worth it to try and work that out, because it may be blocking the love from coming in. Maybe you're angry about something that happened in the past. You have to come to terms with, like, a childhood wound or something. And once you can do that, then you're free to love. You're free to embrace love and let love in. So, and because you have this Fool card, this is a great card. It's like a brand new cycle, new energy, putting you in a new environment, maybe even a brand new relationship with someone you've never dealt with before. But the outcome is positive. So embrace the changes. You're moving into a better time. You're moving away from difficulty. And especially if you just met someone and you're wondering if it's going to work out, I think it could work out pretty well. So let's see what the angel cards have to say for you. So what does Leo need to know from the angels? What do the angels have to say to Leo? Nature. Spending time alone in nature. Hold on, let me get rid of these cards so we can see them. The new card here. Nature. Spending time alone in nature is important for you. Even 5 minutes in a garden would be healing for you right now. By drawing this card, the angels ask you to interact with nature more often, every day if possible. This card also signifies that you may be happier living in a more rural setting. If you've thought about moving away from city life, consider this card as additional validation. Also, this card may be encouraging you to choose an occupation involving plants or animals. Or, for instance, you may enjoy gardening, nursery or veterinary work, get pet sitting, or delving into the world of animal communication. Your angels and the nature angels are helping you discover and give your gifts to the world. Help them to help you by spending more time in nature. So yeah, nature can have a healing effect on people. I know, yeah, for me it's always worked out that way. Whenever I took walks in nature, it really relieves your stress and it helps you to think. It clears your head. So if you're having any issues around relationship, take a walk in nature. Go down, find a nature trail, and connect with the trees and the smells of the nature of that whole experience. And it can be very healing. So let's see what the astrology has to say for you. So you have a new moon in your 8th house. That's the house of intimacy, death, transformation, other people's money. So a partner could be, it also represents a partner's money. So you could be getting an inheritance, or your partner could come into money, and that's going to have a positive effect on you. Because this new moon is conjunct Jupiter. Jupiter represents opportunity and abundance. Neptune's also there in your 8th house. So, and in Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune are very strong because they're in their home signs. And so there could be some unexpected or positive developments that help you to achieve a goal or a dream that has to do with resources, like assistance that you get from others. Maybe you've always needed, you need some kind of financial help to achieve a goal. Jupiter will bring that in. So it's not your money exactly that you're making through your business or your career, but it's from someone else helping you, supporting you financially. This moon is sextile Uranus in the 10th house. So there's going to be changes in your career, in your life direction. Unexpected opportunities might pop up that cause you to take a new direction in life. You have Mercury and Saturn in your 7th house. This is a time of seriousness with relationships and partnerships, both business and personal. So with Saturn there, relationships can feel kind of heavy. You have to take more responsibility for your relationships. You're seeing the reality, for better or for worse. Mercury means you have to talk about some serious things. You have to talk, you might even be signing a contract. So you want to really, get into the details. Think seriously about the commitments you're making. You might decide to make a commitment in a relationship, or even form a business partnership where contracts need to be signed. And with Saturn there, it'll be in place for a long time. So make sure this is what you want. Think very critically about it, but don't be negative, because sometimes Mercury and Saturn can cause, negative thinking or cynical thinking or depression. So you want to just, see the reality, but don't go too far to the dark side where you're seeing things as negative. And it could be that if you're forming a partnership or a relationship, you have to go deeper. You have to, really commit and do the work. You can't just skim the surface of the relationship. You have to really put in the effort. And you'll get great rewards. Saturn always gives rewards for hard work. Anytime you commit to something and you're disciplined and you say, I'm going to make this work, Saturn will reward you for that effort. Venus and Mars are coming together in your 6th house with Pluto. So there could be some major changes in your work environment, because the 6th house relates to work. It relates to the service that you provide to the world, like how you sacrifice yourself for others. It also relates to health. So if you have any health issues, there could be, you may make some major changes to your lifestyle that where you get on a better path and take better care of yourself. And it could be through a relationship that makes you want to do this. A new relationship could give you inspiration. Like, I want to take better care of myself for my partner. I want to be around for my partner, for the people I love. Venus in the 6th, you could watch your sugar intake. If you're eating a lot of sweets, you don't want to, Mars can sometimes represent surgery, minor surgery. So, but in any case, this is also trying the North Node in Taurus in the 10th house. I feel like you're going to really get on a better path health-wise, maybe through some kind of scare. It could be a scare. I don't want to scare. Or it could just be that you decide to really change. Like, I'm tired of eating poorly, or I'm tired of not exercising. I want to take care of myself. I want to feel better. I want to have better health. And you're going to start a new exercise program or have a new diet, plan where you're going to give up some bad habits and really transform yourself in the process. Then let's see. So yeah, Jupiter. I went over that. Jupiter sextile Uranus. There's definitely opportunity coming your way. It's going to bring financial support, probably through others. Through it could be an insurance company, a bank, a partner's income, but you're going to feel more supported. The full moon in Virgo happens on the 18th, and at this point, Mars has moved and Venus have moved into Aquarius. Well, this moon is happening in your 8th and 2nd house, so something is coming to completion around a financial issue. And it's also trining Pluto in the 6th house, so maybe money comes in or support that helps you in your job. You might get a new job or a new position that brings in more money, or it could also mean financial support. You get supported, so you're taking better care of your health. I feel like your life direction is changing in a good way, though. You have the support of Pluto. The North Node is in Taurus, in your 10th house. So Taurus is about, you might be changing to a career where you're doing something more creative, music, or something that has to do with food, or something that has to do with real estate, property. You might be moving to a new location. It could also mean that security is important to you now. You want to do something that brings in security, that brings stability to your life. So there could be a job that gives you that brings in more money, brings in more security. Even a relationship. You have Venus and Mars moving into the 7th house. That could bring romance, relationships. Venus and Mars are the cosmic lovers. So there could be new developments in a relationship that could lead to a committed partnership. Now, this Venus and Mars, when they move into Aquarius, they're squaring Uranus in your 10th house. So there could be some conflicts between the work that you do and this relationship. Well, this partnership could get you out of your comfort zone. You might be doing work, something that's innovative and different. You might be working with technology with Uranus in the 10th house. Something where you can maybe even work in a freer, you don't have to work you can work remotely, or you could work, like do through the internet. You could do your job through some kind of internet or technology-based media. But I feel like the relationship, and if it's a relationship, if you're connecting with someone new, it could be someone very creative, very like a free spirit, and it could be a different type of person than you've connected with in the past. Someone that really helps you to open up and explore and transform. I feel like a relationship could help you really transform at this time. You have Mercury in the 8th, sextile Uranus in the 10th. So you're coming up with a lot of brilliant ideas. You're getting inspired. I feel like, and Jupiter, you have a whole bunch of planets. Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune in the 8th house, plus this full moon, the sun. So the 8th house is you're changing. You're ready to confront your demons. You're ready to confront the blocks to intimacy and feeling supported by the universe. Maybe you felt like the universe was never there for you, and things are going to change. Things are starting to change, and it could be through a relationship or even like I said with the counseling, where you start to feel better about yourself and you start to feel more empowered, and that it improves your life across the board. It gives you a reason for being. You find your place in the world, and you feel more supported. I feel like the 8th house is like some resources become available to you that you never had access to before, and it's going to help you in a lot of ways. And it may change your life direction. You may decide to embark on a new career path, or even form a relationship where you change your status from single to married, married to single. But you have a lot of freedom and you're being your more authentic self. So I think these changes are going to be good. And in the future, in April, Jupiter, well, I'll talk about that again in April, but Jupiter is very close to Neptune now. It's going to be moving. That's in your, I think that's in your 8th house. When they come together next month, it's going to be a major opportunity to, change your thinking or your spiritual path in some way. You might find some new type of spirituality that really helps break you free from any blocks to intimacy or connection with others, or even financial blocks. If you've had like blocks to money, things are going to change, but in a good way. I feel like you're on the edge of a new life, a new beginning, and you're moving away from fear and feeling restricted and limited, and moving into a period of greater freedom and abundance. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading, Leo. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment if this resonates with you. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for supporting this channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And have a wonderful March, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.